The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 112, Dream Talk. Why? The kid version of Lorik asks again while staring at Lorik. Lorik sighs before leaning back. Why what? Why am I having this dumbass dream again? Lorik replies, causing his kid self to shake his head. Why am I a mage? Why am I a wolf pup? His kid self asks, causing Lorik to scoff. Money, that's why. Mages make a lot of coin, and we're a wolf pup to prevent those bear bastards from making any moves. Also, some of the other powers down there, they're getting on my nerves. Lorik replies, I hate the bears, and the snakes, and the rats, especially the rats. Do you still remember when they kidnapped me for 3 days? Kid Lorik asks. Yeah, I've still got the scars too. Never thought I'd get to know what it feels like when a hammer breaks your legs. Then again, never thought I'd be talking to myself in a dream, yet here we are. Lorik replies. The Kid Lorik doesn't reply and just stares at him. It hurt. Kid Lorik says after a few moments. It did. Lorik says, before they both remain silent. I was happy when Rabbit found me, Kid Lorik says as Lorik nods in agreement. Another few seconds pass in silence. I love Rabbit. She's like a sister. Do you like Rabbit too? His kid self asks. I do, but telling her that now would get me stabbed. Or drugged. Probably both. Lorik replies, causing a smile to cross his kid self's lips. She's really good at drugging people, especially me. Kid Lorik says before tilting his head. Wait, hang on, he says before closing his eyes. Here we go again. Can't reminisce without being brought back to this. Lorik mutters, why? Kid Lorik asks again, why what? I can't answer you if all you ask is why. Lorik asks back, why do I love Vera? Why do I push her away? Kid Lorik asks. Lorik scoffs and shakes his head before answering, because our life's a fucking mess. That's why. You really want her to get involved in all the shit that goes on down there? Or what about the rats? Want them to sink their tiny little teeth into her? Lorik asks, causing the kid's face to twist with anger. I'll rip their fucking head off, Kid Lorik shouts, causing Lorik to laugh. Forgot how quick I was to threaten murder, Lorik says as he stops laughing. Kid Lorik is panting in front of him, looking around with an angry look on his face. He's looking for any signs of the rats, but can't find anything. Wait, hang on, Kid Lorik says before closing his eyes. His face returns to normal and he sits back on the couch. Then he opens his eyes and turns to Lorik. Why what? Don't you dare just ask why, Lorik says before his kid self can say anything. Why am I fighting? Why do I have to fight invaders? Kid Lorik asks. At least you asked the entire question. Lorik mutters. Because we have to. This law we have was apparently made by the goddess for the sole purpose of killing these monsters. I don't know about you, but I don't want to get smote for not fighting them. Actually, is the goddess still alive? Lorik asks, causing the kid to shrug. Anyway, this will also get us some money. I'm sure the kingdom or those bastards down underground will pay me for this. So I can go and travel where fucking ever I want then. I'll be strong enough to make my living by fighting and selling monsters along the way. Lorik adds, causing his kid self to nod. Why do I have to work so hard for Leora? She hates me, doesn't she? Kid Lorik asks. She used to, not sure about now, but we work so hard because we still love her. That and emotions are fucking stupid, Lorik replies. Why? Kid Lorik asks, causing Lorik to sigh. He stares at the kid for a few minutes before he continues. Why do I like Vera, Rowan, and Sarah? Seriously? Took you a few fucking minutes to continue that question? Lorik half shouts before sighing and shaking his head. Why are you so fucking annoying? Besides, I already answered that. Emotions are fucking stupid, Lorik adds, causing Kid Lorik to nod. Why can't I express my feelings like I want? I wish I could hug Vera and learn what that feels like, Kid Lorik asks after a minute. You're getting faster. Keep it up, Lorik says while pointing at the kid. The reason is that we just can't. That shit's just hard for us to do. People touching us makes us uncomfortable, Lorik replies, causing the kid to shake his head. No, that's not why. We don't get uncomfortable either. We get scared. Scared we'll get hurt again. Scared we'll be left alone again. So we keep everyone at arm's length. But I'm tired. I'm starting to learn what it's like to have friends aside from Rabbit. I want to get closer to the others. I want to hug Vera and Leora, Kid Lorik says, causing Lorik to sigh. Too bad, kid. I'm the one in control here. You're just my kid self that my mind's using to scold me through. Now, can you fuck off so I can wake up? Lorik asks, causing the kid to jump off the couch. You'll be miserable. You won't be happy if you keep pushing people you care for away like this. His kid self shouts, causing him to laugh. What's so funny? His kid self shouts again, his angry face he had before coming back. I'm already miserable, kid. Those guys just numb the pain. Lorik replies while staring at his kid self in the eyes. His kid self glares at him before the world starts shaking. His kid self opens his mouth, but the world fades, and Lorik wakes up before he can say anything. Stupid fucking dreams. Lorik thinks before sitting up. He has a headache and groans before grabbing his head. He looks around the room, but Rowan isn't here. Lorik gets up before walking downstairs. He finds the others eating breakfast on the couches. Good morning, how are you feeling? Vera asks while getting up. She sets her plate down and walks over to Lorik. Fine, why? Lorik asks back. Why? You have a fever. Rowan replies from the couch next to him. Vera walks over to feel his forehead, but Lorik grabs her arm and stops her. I'm feeling fine, just a headache, Lorik says before walking to the kitchen. He gets a plate of eggs and bacon for breakfast before joining them on the couches. Are you sure you're fine? You were thrashing around this morning and felt pretty warm. Rowan asks. Yeah, it was just a bad dream, Lorik replies. That and this headache always come with that particular dream. So what time do we need to go meet Master? Lorik asks quickly, moving on so the others can't ask about his dream. We'll head over after breakfast, but if you're not feeling well, you can stay behind. Master won't force you if you're feeling sick. Sarah replies. I'm fine, really, Lorik says, causing her to nod. They finish eating before heading down to the castle. They walk into Cyrilda's office and find her waiting at the table inside. Sit, we need to talk, Cyrilda says in an unusually serious tone. Did something happen? Sarah asks worriedly. 3 things happened, 2 good, 1 bad. Cyrilda replies. Let's get the bad out of the way first. Calveras started moving their troops to the border. We don't know if word about the invaders reached them or if they already planned this, but they're preparing to launch a large-scale attack. How many troops are they sending? Rowan asks. It's too early to tell the exact numbers, but we suspect at least 2/3 of their army will show up. Fortunately, thanks to Lorik, we were able to reach a deal with the black market. So we'll be receiving some aid from them for both the war with Calveras and the invaders. Cyrilda replies, What did they charge you in the end? Lorik asks, causing her to chuckle. Just a few 100,000 gold. While it's a lot, we can pay it over the course of 3 years. So we'll manage just fine, but it's a small price to pay for 7 grand mages. Cyrilda replies, What's the last piece of good news? I assume that was one of the 2 good news. Sarah asks. It was. The last piece of news is that we caught the spy who was responsible for the attack on your life near the beginning of the school year. Well, Lorik did. Cyrilda replies. How'd you find the spy? Vera asks with a smile on her lips. I was in the woods the other day gathering materials when I saw a familiar aura. They met up with some suspicious people, so I got close and listened in. I contacted Master, and she tried capturing them, but they died like the assassin from before. Lorik replies. So who is the spy? Rowan asks. Tristane. We even confiscated a bag from him. We suspect he was supposed to put it in your dorm. When opened, the bag exploded with enough force that your dorm would have been leveled. We've been interrogating him since then. His father had no idea of this, of that we've already made certain. And from what he's saying, Tristane only thought this would kill you, Rowan. It seems he genuinely thought they wanted to kill you and you only. His plan was to join Team 1 after your death, then get close to Sarah. Cyrilda says, causing Rowan to sigh. What's going to happen to him now? Vera asks. He'll go before a judge to receive his punishment. He'll either be put to death for treason or put behind bars for the rest of his life. It'll depend on whether the judge thinks his ignorance is enough to spare him the treason charges. I doubt you know, but treason is punishable by death, and death alone. There's no other outcome for those who commit treason here. Cyrilda replies, Anyway, moving on. Are the 2 of you ready for tomorrow? You'll be meeting me here in the morning. I'm not sure how long the training will be, but be prepared to spend the day there, just in case. I'm ready, Vera says excitedly before turning to Lorik. Same, Lorik adds with a nod. Good, then I'll let you get going. Oh, and Sarah, Rowan, if you go and take a new task, make sure it's close to the capital, within a day's trip on horse only. Cyrilda says, causing them to sigh. That only leaves a few tasks we can take, Sarah says, causing her to chuckle. Well, sorry, but it's for the best to keep you close for now. We don't know if there's going to be other spies or not. Since the war's about to intensify, we need to keep you safe. Cyrilda says before getting up. Speaking of, I need to get to work now that we're done with our chat. Do you want me to send you back to your dorm? She asks. Yes, please, Sarah says while standing up. Cyrilda teleports them back to their dorm before returning to her work.